How to spot an asset flip indie game. Imagine spending your hard-earned money on a game that looks familiar but feels empty. Sometimes, what seems like a new indie game might just be a quick copy-paste job. That's what an asset flip is all about. These games are made by buying pre-made assets like models, textures, and environments from online stores and putting them together with minimal effort. They often look like a patchwork of random pieces thrown together. One big sign is the assets used in the game. If you see the same models or textures popping up in different games, or they look like they came straight from a free asset store, that's a red flag. These assets are usually unmodified or barely changed, making the game look generic. For example, common models from popular game engines like Unity or Unreal Engine are often reused without much alteration. Next, look at the gameplay itself. Asset flip games tend to have very little content, maybe just a few levels or basic mechanics that don't really evolve. They might have a simple movement system or a basic shooting mechanic, but nothing more. If the game feels like a template with no real challenge or depth, it could be an asset flip. Price can also be a clue. These games are usually very cheap, sometimes just $1 or $2. Developers might flood the platform with many similar titles to make quick money. If you see multiple games with similar names or themes released in a short time, they might all be asset flips. Visual design is another giveaway. If the art looks inconsistent or like clip art, and there's no original artwork or character design, that's a sign. The audio might also be generic, with stock music or sounds that don't match the game's theme. Poor quality and bugs are common too. Because these games are rushed, they often have glitches, crashes, or performance issues. You might notice missing textures, broken animations, or unresponsive controls. Developer reputation matters. If the developer is unknown or has a history of releasing similar low-effort games, that's a warning. These developers rarely update or support their games after launch. Finally, check the marketing. If the game's description is vague or uses popular keywords like survival or adventure without real substance, it might be trying to attract buyers with hype rather than quality. Understanding what an asset flip is helps you avoid wasting money on games that don't offer much. Instead, look for indie titles with original art, good reviews, and active developer support. Platforms like Steam often have community feedback that can help you spot the real gems from the quick cash grabs. Keep an eye out for originality, developer reputation, and gameplay quality to find indie games worth your time.